Hello and welcome to the audio version of Tuesday 12 p.m. Tweetbreak, sponsored by AMA Unified Communications Corporation. This is the April 10th, 2012 session, and the topic is how to avoid wasting money on technology for your business. Now, normally our sessions are geared toward small and medium-sized businesses, mid-market, but we realize there are many self-employed and independent contractors that can benefit as well. So hopefully you'll find the few tips listed here as helpful for you, and you can add a few more of your own at the end. Let me begin by introducing myself. My name is Anita Mathis, and I am the principal IT consultant at AMA Unified Communications. I am a lover of collaborative learning. I will be introducing several future segments on collaborative learning and opportunities to improve operations through collaboration and automation. So look forward to that. And I am a lover of self-improvement, personal development, and things like that. We chose this topic. I chose this topic today because of a recent article I read. I believe it was in Entrepreneur.com magazine. And there it was given a story of a man um, whose reasoning was he wanted to hold on to the older technology that he had, not investing in newer technology as long as he could because he didn't need it. Because as long as what he had was working, why not stick with it? And I agree with that to some degree. And basically, many of the people feel that since the economy is still in recovery mode, we're not booming financially. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Um, and then some people also feel that they have wasted money on technology. And so, since they didn't get the return on the investment or it didn't produce the results that they wanted, that they'd rather not spend the money and just make do with what they have. So that's the situation today. And my question is, have you ever um, bought some technology that didn't solve the problem that you got it for? Did it fail to do what you expected or to give you the desired result? And even though the economy is somewhat improving, the majority of people, business owners that we speak with, are very cautious regarding the money they spend. They either don't have money in the IT budget or they are taking that money and using it for other things. They know eventually they'll have to make an investment. Perhaps they have a line of business application that's going to have to be upgraded, and in order for them to use that, they're going to have to make some major changes to their core systems. So, have you ever felt rushed to make a purchase that wasn't the best purchasing decision? And what I mean is when you're forced to make a decision at the last minute because you have no other choice, being in that rush can often cause you to spend money in a way that is not normally as responsible, or what you do buy may not do the things that you want it to because you didn't weren't able to spend the time fitting the technology to the need. So if you've had this experience, how can you avoid wasting money on technology, even if you know you're going to have to do it in the future? So we're going to share with you 3 steps here to get you started. And after that, you can think of some additional ways that, or begin making plans either with a professional or by using some free resources online to get you started. And our tip number 1 is to avoid the avoiding syndrome. And what does that mean? Well, um, just because we may not have money right now doesn't mean we can run away from the problem. Running away from the problem won't help us to fix it. And how do we know that we're going to have the money 6, 12 months, 24 months, 36 months down the year? How do we know that we're going to have the money in the future to make the investment? So it's better for us to begin creating a plan. Sometimes our plan may allow us to make small modifications or smaller investments over a longer period of time. For example, we may be able to make uh, a, a plan for the next 12 months to 36 months, up to 3 years. And instead of making one large investment of money in a whole solution, make smaller investments, smaller changes along the way, and grow it until um, you reach the realization at the end of the road. And as I mentioned, you may choose to work with a professional on this. Of course, making the plan, I would recommend working with a professional. But there are many tools available depending on the size of your business also out there. Score.org is a very good place to start when you are making a technology plan. So, of course, I would recommend those resources. And our tip number 2 is don't fit your needs around a specific technology. Fit the technology to your needs. We find that many feel they've gotten burned by investing in technology such as the CRM system, or even if they're bigger, an ERP system, because they expected the system to do something to create a result in their business, or to, sometimes what I'm hearing is to organize their business and to make it more productive. And I don't know if you've had how much experience you've had with the CRM system. There's a lot of work that goes into setting up the systems according to the way you do business. So if your organization's processes and workflows are not as they should be, the CRM system, well, it may be able to be accessed by a group of people, but you won't get the maximum benefit from it. So in reality, the workflows, the processes, all these things need to be in place in the organization, or at least the group responsible for making the investment needs to make sure that they have a clear understanding of how things are actually done in the organization, and that the people who are going to be using it are going to be receiving the training that they need within the organization. So here you need to streamline your processes and then select a technology that would be able to automate certain portions of your workflows and your processes here. But there is no technology that's going to come in and fix your company. And if we expect that, it's just not going to happen, and it's going to be a waste of money. And our final tip today is to include or involve the right people in the buying decision. By not including them, you can experience a quick disaster. We realize that in many larger organizations, decision making is made solely by those in the higher levels of management. Of course, that's great if that's the way your organization works. Input from users would not be expected. Uh, However, we're finding that in smaller organizations, there's an advantage there because they have the ability, they have the less formal communication structure that makes it easier to obtain input from all individuals or groups that would be involved in making the new technology's implementation a success. And success is going to contribute to achieving the desired result. So we want to make sure that the people and groups, departments who need to be involved in making a success and successfully manage the change are involved in the buying decision. And of course, we recommend that you get them on board as soon as possible. So, what are some other ways that you can think of to avoid wasting money on technology? I would love to hear your thoughts here at the bottom of our YouTube channel, and share your comments below, and we can all learn something together. And thanks for joining us today for the Tuesday 12 p.m. Tweet Break.